Everybody's cooked. Everybody's doomed. Everybody stopped caring. Everybody can't do it anymore. And I don't think that this is just slang anymore. I really think this is the language in this generation, and we've gotten way too comfortable rehearsing helplessness. The world is hard. Yes, our president has lost his marbles, of course. But a lot of people are not just struggling with reality anymore. They're building an identity around surrendering.
Gotta get something to eat, bro. That leftover KFC.
We live in a time where everyone is claiming to be cooked, or they just don't care. Whole time they fist balled up, they grinding their teeth in it before bed, relaxed. Some people are even saying they can't do this anymore, that every day is just closer to the afterlife, and people already believing that they can't sleep until they're asleep forever. And that just makes it worse. Everybody thinks it's over, and I don't think that's just internet slang or a joke anymore. It's genuinely the language of a weak generation. Weak because too many people have been trained to surrender before they even begin. And low-key, as much as I'm against those millennials, the one point they do have against us is that we be giving up way too easy. We know that they didn't struggle just like us, but every generation has to struggle in some way. Nothing has been the same since 2020. We can all acknowledge that. And we're still in a rebuild phase. This is not the weakest generation just because we're suffering. It's the weakest generation because it's normalized helpless defeat, which has become casual because a lot of our excuses have become our identities. It's easy to quit and blame your issues on systemic this and that, rather than just taking it on the chin and trying to make something out of it. If the world is really gonna end, I'm gonna talk my shit because someone gotta hear it. Someone gonna hear it. And I still got things that I ain't even get to experience yet. And I hate that on an overwhelming amount of videos with Generation or Gen Z, they're always negative, but that's the culture that this thrives in.
Okay, hot take. The Gen Z revolution isn't gonna look like a war. It's gonna look like a giant party. I've been thinking a lot about—
Oh, look at our revolutionaries, dog. Look at... This is our proletariat.
Negativity bias has cooked so many of us before we even had a chance to start building. And I hope this video finds the people that are tired of this doomer core. Avoidance became culture, and now a lot of people are not just struggling, they're building this personality around this collapse. And that's what they want the NPCs to do. And if you really listen to how some people talk, they'll casually say that they're cooked, or that they're dumb, or that there's some kind of bad connotation. What happened to self-love? Like, I feel like I have the same problem calling myself dumb or crazy, maybe second guessing a video or a bad grade, but who decided who's cooked, dumb, or crazy, or lazy, or even an NPC? If you want to be a doomer, go be one, but if you want to change the world, go do it. But saying it's over or that we're all doomed will never help anyone. You only make this experience just as insufferable. You say you stopped caring, we know you care. You say you can't, says who? You say there's no point, then get up. Yes, some of that is jokes, but jokes reveal mindset, and every joke got a little bit of truth. Our brains still have the same functions that they had since we was kids. You can say bad things, but once your mind reaches that frequency, it's going to resonate with it and then attract the negativity into your life. If you say powerless things long enough, you start to live in this powerlessness. Some of you might have had unsupportive, maybe mean family members or even friends. Don't let the internet be the next outlet of damnation for your life. If the place we in right now seems like hell, I doubt heaven is when you give up and fly into the sky. A lot of people rehearse defeat so often that they don't even notice they doing it. They call it honesty or a joke or being realistic. Can we admit a lot of it is just surrendering? Defeat is no longer just a feeling, it's a dialect. Words are a spell. That's why them songs that you keep singing are stuck in your head. That's why you're even watching this video. Then you look at the job market, you look at LinkedIn, people applying everywhere, people telling you not to go to college, people telling you to go to college, some people being ignored by their friends, their family, maybe even romantic partners, then getting ghosted at the same time. You can't forget you're underpaid and you need experience to get experience. Oh, and you can't forget you need connections to get basic opportunities. And don't even think about marriage. We don't do that anymore. And kids, oh my god, you better be rich if you want to have kids. Bro, shut up. Shut up. Who's gonna fix it, bro? Because millennials aren't gonna fix it. So who gonna fix it? After enough rejection, people stop believing effort means anything. And that is real because that was me. I loved Doomercore. I was just like everything I was just naming. But what happens next is the deeper issue. A lot of people don't respond with strategy. They respond with collapse. Then you become a shell of yourself. You become a sad, bed-rotting, stink booty, no money, no love, no hugs, no nothing. People stop trying inwardly before they stop trying outwardly. And that's the point. That's how the powerful want you to feel. A hard economy can damage your confidence, but a defeated mindset will finish off the job. The powerful are only powerful because they've convinced us that we're weak and we need to be weaker. Y'all be quick to say the CIA did X, Y, and Z, but they doing this too! In all seriousness, it's the same thing with dating, and it be the same arguments. That's why I don't even talk about it on this channel. People don't talk about love like it's possible anymore. They talk about it like it's a rigged market. The looks maxers talking about clavicle bones. Clavicle bones. And red pillars are talking about needing an ROI, a return investment on a person. But that's what this culture can foster. And because of that, people stop developing character and start developing armor and slip into this scary realm since you're now being ironic or emotionally lazy, and now you're just a walking contradiction. A lot of people aren't heartbroken, they're pre-defeated. They tell themselves they're cooked, women are bad, men are bad, and then go spill condensed milk on themselves at 12 in the morning. And none of this exists outside the screen. The phone is not just a device anymore. It's a lifestyle, it's a pill, it's a slot machine. A phone now has more value than it did decades ago. I thought about it the other day, but losing a phone feels like losing memories, progress, money, and so much more because it's all stored in these little screen-faced boxes. People want constant simulation with minimal resistance. This timeline destroys patience, destroys attention spans, destroys consistency, and most importantly, destroys the ability to sit in difficult situations without reaching for relief. A generation raised on instant stimulation will struggle to respect slow growth. I'ma need y'all to get up. Get up! And when the screen isn't enough, there's always another crutch for y'all. Let's go through it. We got puff puff pass, liquor, partying, hookups, scrolling, lust in general, consumerism, and most importantly, a lot of y'all can't just sit and do nothing. Can you even watch this video, or did you have to leave and come back? And I'm not saying everyone who struggles with addiction is weak. I ain't perfect either. I for sure have one of those addictions I just listed, but still, I'm saying we now live in a culture that makes numbing yourself feel normal. And once numbing becomes normal, resilience becomes rare. A lot of people are just not living. They're managing their consciousness. Our minds are our power. It's connected to our souls. But once you add desensitization, where people have been shown so much bad and heard so much bad, not only have we joked through it all, but we've memed it all to bring other groups of people down. Some of these people are really pure evil. Everything is content now. Somehow violence was always content. I don't understand, like, what is it called? Live leak? Like, no. Humiliation is content. Even failing is content. So I'm not surprised people have become emotionally flat, and it's not because nothing matters, but because they've trained themselves to consume everything at a distance. But we gotta face the issues because this generation is filled with some pussies. And when everything becomes content, it gets harder for anything to feel sacred. One phrase I keep hearing is, I stopped caring. And people say it like it's maturity, like all of a sudden you're at Zen, or you have internal freedom, but you already said the other 50 self-deprecating statements, so you don't even believe yourself anymore. Most of the time, it's exhaustion, pretending to be cold. You're not cold. You be real life disappointed trying to act detached. We know you scared. Stop projecting. A lot of people did not transcend in this world, and they won't. They just gave up on engaging with it fully, and some people still are, so just let them. The world really is hard. The economy is unstable. The future is always going to be uncertain. But me personally, I cannot sit here and act like we aren't the main characters. If there's evil in this world, who gonna be the good? Who gonna be the good? The people that step up and empower themselves. This is not me pretending people are just making this all up, but let's hold ourselves accountable. A lot of people are attached to this identity of being doomed, because once you decide it's over, you no longer have to risk discipline or risk trying. I need y'all to face your own potential. For some people, hopelessness is not just pain, it's permission to be nothing. This is part of the problem. Weakness today does not always look like crying or fear. Sometimes it looks performed. The gangbangers be the most scared because they try to appear the least scared. It looks hyper self-aware, but it never really is. People can describe the dysfunction in perfect language, name every issue or trauma, but naming your collapse is not the same as dispelling it. Self-awareness without discipline is just another form of paralysis. That's why I call this the weakest generation. Not because people are incapable of greatness, and I also don't mean it literally, but the culture keeps training people to fold for the pressure, the comfort, the distractions, and this helpless mentality, which is not how we got this far in the first place. Our ancestors did not suffer for this. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. After a while, people stop even recognizing surrender when it shows up inside of them. The greatest weakness of this generation is not suffering. It's a lack of adaptation to collapse. Life has always been hard, but too many people have made peace with defeat. Too many people talk like failure is final before they even built anything. But I bet you never went on that 90-day run. You never even took that social media break, that tea break. You never did that late assignment. Too many people are overstimulated, under-disciplined, emotionally numb, and spiritually tired. And I've been going on this rant this whole time. But the scary part is just that it's not normal. It shouldn't be normal. We need to wake up. Stop normalizing quitting. Stop normalizing numbing. It is not over for the world yet. We do not need another defeated person who can explain why they gave up. It needs people who can see the ugliness clearly and refuse to fold, and then tell everyone how they stayed here long enough to stamp themselves on this world to turn a shitty life experience to a less shitty life experience. All right. Amen. See you soon. Go subscribe to the second channel. Go follow the Instagram and go follow the TikTok. I got this new plant. Her name is Sonder. Say hi to Sonder. It's Sonder. Don't misspell it. Bye now.
Wow, that was so powerful. Academy Award.